It's tea time with Uncle 12. Let me go grab my cup.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tea Time with Uncle Twirl, where what's in your mug is your business. I am Uncle Twirl, your host, and we are filming today in the beautiful Click Pop Studio. Make sure you check them out at clickpopstudio.com for all your branding and marketing needs. We have a very, very special guest joining us today, artist extraordinaire, the marker marquee. Tom Davii is here, guys.
Yes.
Come on, give it up for Tom Davii. Okay. Very excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nah, no problem. I'm happy to be here.
How are you?
I'm really good. Actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day. I feel great. You know, I'm surrounded by like such great energy, so
right.
I'm good.
We love to hear it.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to know the man behind the canvas, I figured we could play a game to kind of loosen things up.
Okay.
This is a rapid fire style game. It's called Sip or Spill.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you some questions. If you want to answer them, please do.
Okay.
Now, if you don't want to answer them, just feel free to take a sip of what's in your mug.
Okay.
Okay, because that's your business.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. First up, I figured we could do like an Atlanta edition since we're both in the beautiful city of Atlanta.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Don't embarrass me now.
Look, I'm gonna try not to. Flats or drums?
Drums.
Magic City or Onyx?
Onyx.
Lemon pepper wet or dry? Look,
Dry.
Look, I can feel the people judging you. Sparkles or Golden Glide?
Cascade.
Okay. East side or west side?
West side.
What's the varsity's catchphrase? I wish we had like.
What do you have?
Okay. Look, I was like, we need a Jeopardy timer.
Let's go. What do you have?
Ludacris or T.I.?
Luda.
Andre 3000 or Big Boy?
Andre.
V103 or Hot 97.5?
Hot 97.5.
Frank Ski or Ryan Cameron?
I take 7 out.
Since I don't want no beef.
I don't want no beef. I need both them guys.
Last but not least, sugar or salt grits?
Salt.
Okay.
Salt.
Okay, great.
I had to think about it because usually I'm like, man, I don't need nothing in my grits. Man.
Right.
Put a little pepper in them, you know what I'm saying?
Some butter, you be good to
and
go.
some butter, and that's it.
That part.
Yeah, real country.
Okay. So diving into this interview, I'm very excited because this is your first time really, speaking about yourself, like talking about your art.
True.
So you've never done an interview before?
I have, but it really wasn't circled around me per se. It was just, for whatever event that I was doing at the time, they wanted a quick interview about that.
Right.
So this is exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we love an exclusive. So let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
I love a good origin story. So let's talk about where's your family from originally?
All right. So my father's side of the family is from West Point, Georgia. That's pretty much where I grew up. And my mother's side is from Atlanta. They grew up in like Mechanicsville area, Pittsburgh area, like that. And they stationed off on the west side of Atlanta. So
Gotcha. So that's the area you grew up in?
Yeah, so going back and forth for my parents, I was either on the west side on Campbellton, Bankhead, or I was in the country in West Point to Alabama, depending on what time of the year it was. That's why I was stationed there. So.
And can you tell me one of your fondest or happiest childhood memories?
Happiest childhood memories? It's crazy. I think that one of my happiest childhood memories was probably the day I got my first pair of forces.
That's what's up. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I used to get mine from Walters over there by Georgia State.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But see, to get to Walters, I had to get like straight A's for them to even want to deal with the traffic, the train rides to get to Walters. So
right.
When my mom first got me my first pair of white forces, I was like, yo, this is it. And this is like when I first went back to the country. I'm in 6th grade. I'm like, I don't know anybody. What I'm about to do.
Right.
But I was tacky as hell that first day too, though. But them forces were clean. That was like probably one of my best childhood memories.
Love.
Yeah.
We love that.
I say that.
So did you go to elementary school in Atlanta or in West Point?
Both.
Okay. Now, someone told me in elementary school that was the first time that you were recognized for your artistic skill.
Yes.
Like you won an award?
Yes. So I got recognized when I was in Atlanta. I went to Woodson Elementary off of Bankhead, and that teacher then recognized that my skill was very elevated for me at that age. So right after I couldn't stay up here, I had to move back home. I had to move back to West Point, and I went to Long Cane Middle School. And I feel like at the time I was the first black artist for sure to win a Hummingbird first place.
That's what's up.
If I can remember, I think it was 8th grade, 7th grade, and shit, my dad still got that picture in his house. Rest in peace, his soul. It's still there. But yeah, that was game changer for me.
Was that the first time that someone realized that you had an artistic gift? Was it before that? Do you remember the first moment you were like, "Oh, I think I'm good at drawing. Like this is like something that I can do."
It's weird because I always feel like I was just good at drawing, but to put a stamp on it to be like, "Oh man, I'm great at drawing," that probably came like way later in my life.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that probably hit me more. Yeah, it was way later. Like, 'cause I was about to say maybe high school, but even in high school, I was kind of like, damn, they actually like this shit.
Right.
But, nah, I think, later on in life, that's when I kind of realized, like, yeah, I got an artistic skill that will have a great legacy at the end of it.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So your medium is very unique and
Mhm.
distinct. You use markers primarily when you are creating your work.
Yes.
Can you describe how you discovered that particular medium? Did you experiment with any other ones before like deciding like marker is my lane?
So, high school, my art teacher was trying to figure out exactly what my medium was. I dabbled in everything: pencil, color pencils, paint, sculpting, whatever. I was pretty natural at everything, but she wanted me to find a specific skill that I can hone in on and like
Gotcha.
sharpen it as my own. So she said one day she went to Staples and stole me a pack of markers. That's what she told me. I took the markers and I just started experimenting with them. I started like opening them up and doing all types of stuff with them. And she was like, "I think this is what you need to figure out how to use."
Gotcha.
Because marker is not easy. You can't erase. Once it's there, it's there.
Right.
And she said, "I got the competitive heart and the natural talent to be able to mold that into something different."
I love that. That's dope.
Yeah. So after that, I just always kept markers, in my pocket as much as I can. And right when I got out of school, I think that's when I really started focusing on it and trying to really make it mine almost.
No, that's what's up. Shout out to teachers who recognize gifts in students.
Please.
For sure. Also pay them more so they ain't got to steal markers. That's a damn shame.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I think she had money.
She was like, "I'm just not paying for that."
Yeah, but I'm just not going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, cool, shit. You ain't got to pay for it. I'll take care of it,
Right. Okay, so some of my favorite pieces like No Ticket, No Skates or Lunch at Magic, they kind of remind me of like a love letter to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
And so does Atlanta have any particular inspiration on your work? Are there different things that inspire you in your work when you're creating?
I feel like my whole portfolio as an artist is a love letter to Atlanta, honestly, or the South. Period. I feel like as a Southern kid growing up, you see a lot of different things that that music even talk about to this day. But I just want to, instead of giving people imagery like through music videos and through sound, I wanted to do it through mark and ink of, let me show you how it felt for me growing up in Atlanta, because I know I'm not alone.
Right.
I know everyone played hide and go seek, red light, green light. Had to be in before, street lights.
Street lights, yeah, for sure.
Playing on trampoline, jumping on mattresses, even though that's very disgusting. Please do not do it. I think we was even playing hide and go seek in like the shrubberies and stuff like that. But all those little memories are things that I always want to bring back to my art. So people, when they see it, it's not only that it's beautiful, but it's a memory that connected them.
No, for sure. I definitely feel like when I see it, I see myself.
Yeah.
Like it feels very nostalgic, very like, it gives me like home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I love that.
That's my bread and butter right there. So I'm gonna stick to it for a little bit.
Okay, so when you are creating, do you think about the impact or influence that your art may be having on others? Are there things that directly impact or influence your particular art style?
I used to. I think when I used to create a lot, I always put in the back of my head like, man, people gonna think this about it. People gonna like have their own type of words to say, or and then you draw it and you design it and you post it and you show it off and they don't think about it. So in a way, I just really stopped thinking about what so to say the buyer or
Mm-hmm.
that person who's looking at my work even think about my work. It's like, what do I feel about
Right.
my work?
Right.
And that's why I kind of keep my titles short. I don't make a crazy long title and give you a whole brief summary about what the piece is. I'll say, no ticket, no skates. And I'll let you, as the person, feel like, damn, bro, I remember when I went in there and I didn't have a ticket. I had to play games all day.
Right.
Or, other things like that. I just want to leave the imagination to the client itself.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you following clients all day, you're never going to be happy about the work that you do.
It's kind of like a purism take, right? Because if you think too much about like how other people are viewing your work or like taking it in, it can kind of influence like how you create, right?
Exactly.
Right. You want to stay as true to your art form as you can.
Stay as true as possible.
Gotcha.
Right? Don't let Instagram fool you.
All right, so I'm a huge fan of like tattoos and the art form.
Okay.
I know at one point you were studying or interested in becoming a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're still interested in?
That is a great question. All I can say about the tattoo world is the tattoo community most definitely helped me grow as an artist. Do I still want to do it? No. If someone gave me a machine and told me to do it, hey, give me like a little heart or something, I'd do it without a problem.
Okay, bet. So you actually did some tattoos?
I did a good amount of tattoos.
Okay.
I think so many years. I feel like I did about 5 years of just apprenticing and stopping, apprenticing and tattooing,
right.
that type of situation.
Right.
But most definitely done a few. And there's one woman out there that got about an arm full of free tattoos from me. I don't know where she's at to this day, but she got a nice arm.
Well, shout out to you if you're listening.
Yeah, for sure.
So, if someone, wanted to get a Tom Davie original tattoo, is that something that they could, get? Is that something you're interested in? I know you said like if someone gave you a machine, if they wanted just a heart, you got them.
But you want one?
I mean, maybe.
this
This arm is kind of bare, you know what I'm saying?
If someone asked me to do it right now, I probably wouldn't even do it.
Got it.
I don't know. I can't say that. It depends on the mood. If it's already set up, because it's been so long since I put a machine together, they don't even use the same type of machines I'm using no more. To put it together and to getting the inks together and all that. If it's already set up for me and all I had to do is just apply the pressure, I'll do it.
Okay, got it. All right, so guys, that's a maybe. Okay, so DM him if you want a tattoo.
That's a maybe.
Because I'm gonna try to get one.
That's horrible. Then they're gonna be in my DM tattoos. And all right, whatever. I'll take it. I'll take the L.
So we live in a very, what you see is what it is, like social media, like, a lot of people fake the funk or like to present a particular image of themselves. And so I'm always, kind of curious about how people define success. Like, what does that look like? How do you measure it? Do you believe in balancing, practicality with your passions? Because for a lot of artists, I think you'll show like, oh, this is my art, this is what I do primarily, but we know sometimes you have like a day gig. Like you have other responsibilities and stuff like that. And so are you at a place now where you feel like you are making it, you have had some successes? Like, how do you measure that?
First off, I do not judge anyone that is working and following their passion at the same time. Honestly, I feel like it's very smart. I feel like it gives you time to be able to build something special so you can actually market it and actually have the backing that you need for it. I do believe in, putting too much in at one time will kind of kill your passion as well. So
for sure,
it's like a double-edged sword. I know for me, I know I've done my years working and following my passion,
right?
Because I studied different artists that only worked on a passion, and I felt like it was almost like a missing link. And I was like, what if I can connect those links by keeping funds in my pocket, but allowing me to build enough time for me to be able to give the world something that I really, really want them to love me for.
Right.
Instead of giving them all my heartbreaks, failure, and sadness because I can't sell this shit.
Right. For sure.
So even though it still took me years to like actually make good profit off of my work, years. Y'all hear that? Years. Overnight success is years. You feel me? I still believe in it, but the ones that like I got a lot of art homies that don't need that. They are absolutely killing it with their passion and they're making tons of money and doing what they need to do, and that also has inspired me as well. But I just feel like however route that you take is consistency.
Right.
Just I feel like consistency is the key of anything that it's a passion, it's a job. You stay consistent with that 9 to 5, you're gonna get a raise. I pray that you do. But if you stay consistent with your skill and your talent, you know, fortune will come.
No, facts.
Yeah.
Because starving artist is not a metaphor, y'all.
Nah,
okay?
It's not. My auntie came up to me one day at Thanksgiving, and she was like, "Well, I know you're not a starving artist no more." I was like, "Damn, why you say that? It's just how big you are. Like you eating." You know
all right now.
I was like,
all right, all right.
But yeah, but appreciate it because I mean, it does make sense of, you know, and I think that's the biggest part about an artist, and that's like any artist. That's music. That's entrepreneurship. Period. It takes that struggle. And you got to make it through that struggle to be able to see any success. But you got to take that struggle and build character off of it. And that's consistency.
No,
you
facts.
Know
Facts. It's not always about the destination. It's more about the journey, right?
Man, I could tell you how many destinations I thought I was going to have before I was 30. And let me tell you, none of them. But I could say that where I'm at in my career right now is very successful to amongst others. So
that's amazing. Okay, so I heard you bring up failure earlier, and you know we can't talk about success without talking about failure.
Yeah.
Sure. Nothing goes our way all the time.
No.
You know, like how none of the Falcons have responded to any of my DMs. Hey, you know, I want to. I'm tired of working. You know, I used to want to be a basketball wife, but you know, it didn't work out. The Hawks didn't respond, so I moved on to the Falcons. Yeah, y'all pray for me. Can you tell me about a time when something didn't go your way? How did you navigate failure?
It was so crazy. All right, so my homies in the back probably laugh at me about this, but it's a story that I have. I'm gonna try to keep it short. So, me and my homie IB, we want to do a show called Bear, and I mean, we was marketing it, we was getting all the right photographers, we was doing all the videographers' work. The marketing was crazy, the shirts was crazy. The build-up itself was crazy.
Right.
We reached out. We didn't do it in the art gallery that everyone chose. We did something separately. We focused on it. We made it look really nice, really clean. It was probably like my favorite show. But it was also my most broke show. Because I had to put both of us, honestly, all of us, even the ones behind us and behind the cameras, we all had to put money into it to give it that feel of this is what we matured to be from our first show, from our first time selling our DIE shirts to everything. This is where we at right now. And as much as the turnout was great, the artwork was great, I didn't sell not one piece.
Not one?
I didn't sell one piece. I had them priced really low. I know the reasons why I probably didn't sell as much as I wanted to now that I've been doing it for so long, but after that whole show, I went home, I sat down on the couch, and I was like, damn, I'm going to have to bring all those pieces back to this apartment. I'm going to have to figure out a way to sell them. And I almost had like a crazy like anxiety attack just because I was like, oh, I'm still in this same bubble that I've been trying to fight through. I've created this whole different style. I've seen people come and hug me crying how beautiful the work is. But at the end, I'm still ain't happy. And then I remember I was telling my homeboy that, and he was like, bro, you need a therapist. He said, I got a therapist. And I was like, man, I don't need no damn therapist. I need to figure out why my work ain't selling. And, you know, instead of letting it like chew me up or like, you know, just really put me out of a funk or just be like, you know what, I'm done. I put too many years into this. I did another collection of like 6 pieces for another show that I literally had the next month. I did 6 other pieces and those sold out. And I was like, all right. You know, I don't know, I'm getting tested. Maybe it's just, you know, the places where I'm putting my work isn't the right place. But I think that failure right there gave me that fire to like, you know what? It's not even about how much I sell. It's not about who likes it. It's not about, you know, where I feel like it's going to be at the end of the time. It's like, if I'm happy doing what I'm doing and I like what I'm doing, then I'm content with that.
For sure.
You know, art's like therapy to me. So as long as it's still therapeutic and I'm enjoying it, then, you know, it doesn't really matter.
And it kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier about, consistency, right?
Consistency,
like, just because the show that you did didn't go the way that you wanted, it didn't stop you, right? You persevered, and look, your next show sold out.
Yeah, it sold out. So, yeah, and after that, I was like, you know what? The world is in my hands. So, why I'm trying to follow everyone else and feel like that's what success is when I'm paving my own way for success.
Right. And I think sometimes like comparison can be the thief of joy, right?
I
Because
like that.
yeah, because you know sometimes it's easy to like see other people like they doing this, or maybe like I'm just as good as them or whatever. But like everyone's journey is different,
Yeah.
and so that's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of journeys, let's talk about legacy. When you think about the
Legacies.
word legacy, what do you want yours to be? What is something you feel like you want to be remembered most for?
That's a big question right there. I just want to be an influence. It could be a good or a bad influence. However you take my career, what I did, I just want to be a strong influence at the end of my legacy. I want to be known as the one that helped pave the way for a lot of artists. And I know they doing that here in Atlanta, so that's why I really want to take my skills back home and be able to put it in. Now I want to say put it, but to open up different opportunities for artists like me. Because honestly, me growing up, it wasn't a lot of artists out there. I can't even name 5, let alone that influenced me as a kid to be an artist.
Right.
But if everyone back home knows me as this artist and everyone knows what I've done and how I'm doing it and what I could do for the city, I want to be able to do that.
No, I love that. Trailblazing a path forward for others. Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think that's what my legacy, that's what I think I want. No, that's what I know I want my legacy to be.
For sure.
At the end of the day. And rich.
Okay, rich.
Yeah.
Okay, support.
House in Italy. Little bitty house, 2 bedrooms. We don't need much.
I love that. Speaking of legacy, I know you have some exciting projects on the horizon. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Is it still under wraps?
I don't know. I don't want to lose these opportunities.
Right. Y'all, I'm trying to get the tea, y'all.
Let's see. Can I take a sip of tea on that one?
Yeah, you can.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I could talk about it.
Okay.
I think one of the opportunities that I'm very proud of is the MARTA opportunity, Artbound. Salute to those individuals who took the time to even to look at my work and give me the interview, to even be a part of that project. That was major, and I honestly feel like that's probably one of the biggest W's I've received to this day.
Amen.
It's gonna be great for my family. It's gonna be great for the ones that I influence, and the pieces that I did for that opportunity are most definitely for the city.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, there's a lot of artwork in the city, but I don't know too many pieces that reflect the city.
Right.
And when I took this project on, it was a struggle because I wanted to make sure it was something that reflects the city. And it's kind of hard because all my artwork already kind of reflects the city. And I'm like, damn, I want to get them the same thing that I'm already doing. Like, I could get them a Magic City piece. I could get them a J.R. Crickets piece. Salute to J.R. Crickets too. But I just wanted to really focus on who did it, why they did it, and also what's this going to be a part of MARTA for the next 30, 40 years.
Right.
What's going to like always be there to remind you of the city? And that's a hard question.
No, facts. Because it's kind of like your footprint, right?
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean?
It's like my footprint. It's like, yo, what can I do that's always going to be a representation of Atlanta for the next 20, 30 years that doesn't have to be Martin Luther King or any of the other ones that we always see.
Right.
What is it? So that was, I had to pull something out the bag for that one. But it's great. They loved it. I loved it.
Awesome.
And I can't wait until we get into that process to me being able to talk about it more.
No, facts. I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then when you all see it, we can do another interview. And I'm like,
sure.
I told y'all asses I was going to come with it. And this is what it's about. But until then, I don't want to lose that contract. So
Right.
That's it.
Y'all gonna have to wait.
Yeah, we have to wait.
So I know there's a lot of creators, artists, entrepreneurs that are out there listening that are inspired by your work, your journey. Do you have any advice for any artists or entrepreneurs who are trying to, navigate their own journey right now? Any things you wish you knew before, and any things that like you've learned along the way that have been like invaluable?
First off, what I wish I would have known before was graphic design. Lord. Graphic design is the future. And I just say that just because, that's like one of the only art forms that it will continually to grow into the world that it's becoming. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Traditional is always going to be traditional. It's always going to hold weight. But that digital platform, man, it's just so much to know. And I wish when I went to school, that was the first thing I would have even applied. Like, yeah, I'm going to be a graphic designer.
Right.
Because, I mean, the world is pretty much theirs. They control the marketing, the advertisement, everything. You need a graphic designer to do pretty much majority of the work on the back end of you having this talent.
Right.
So that's all I'm gonna say with that. So up and coming artists for sure. If you don't go to school for it, just learn it. So it cuts out the middleman, saves a lot of money. Trust me. Second, some of the best advice. Some of the best advice I always have gotten was always stay true to yourself. And I know that sounds very vague.
Right.
But it's like people will honestly buy you. They'll buy you. Facts. Just because you funny, just because you have a particular style, just because you are you, people will buy it. I feel like a lot of artists, visual artists, even though it might not be on purpose, but you visually learn from looking at things, that they will visually look at an artist, study the artist, and they will use their techniques almost because they see that they sell or this is what the market is. But honestly, that is the most easiest way to get caught up in the matrix. So if you just do you and just create something that's you personally, it might take longer, but your success level is a lot higher.
No, facts.
When it gets down to the end of it.
Right.
Because once that trend is gone, your flow is gone.
Right. Because you are, in fact, one of one, right?
Yeah.
Like there is no one that can do what you do. Your particular eye, your vantage point is so unique. And so, yeah, no, that's really good advice.
Took a lot of struggling. Took a lot of listening to different mentors. And that's listening to ones that are trying to tell you or teach you how to advance to what you have and not telling you to change what you're doing. Like, I love what you're doing, but maybe if you focused on composition more with what you're doing, that'll show you more range. Those are the type of suggestions that I got from a lot of dope mentors that, helped me find exactly something that's mine. Right. And now it's personal and I love it. And yeah, it's not many doing what I'm doing, especially with the markers that I've chosen to use with it. They're not doing that. Yeah.
So, like most of us, you wear many hats, right?
Yes.
And so, how are you balancing everything? Work, life, art, etc. Like, how do you do it?
Firstly, I don't give everyone my energy. When I don't feel like being around anyone, I don't be around anyone. I just focus on myself. I don't work all the time. I know how to back away from being on my phone, and I know how to enjoy life in many different ways. So I just use me, honestly, I do a regular work schedule. If I'm up at 5 and I'm done working by 1:30, 2 o'clock on whatever I got to do, emails, art projects, whatever.
Hard stop.
After that, I'm either at home or I try to get to the gym as much as possible, and I'm with wifey. And then we spend our time together. I don't have to worry about anything. I might answer a few DMs, but I never allow my career to consume so much of my life.
Right.
I like to travel. I like to spend money. That's horrible. But I need different ways to exert energy.
Right.
Because I don't want to just be focused on drawing all day.
Facts.
I feel like I've been doing that my whole life. It's like I just want to experience life. And I know how good life can be. So I'm like, if I can get more of this, I can create so many more pieces of work.
Absolutely.
I might take off a couple weeks, but then it just makes me hungry enough to even come back out with even something better.
For sure.
Because within those few weeks, I probably relaxed. I probably took a trip. I probably hung out with some friends. I probably went to a couple barbecues, shoot the shit, just whatever. Anything that could just take me away from it. And I think that's why I surround myself with like certain people, because these people know ways to like keep me hungry, but also kind of can balance me away from different things, so I just don't focus on work all the time.
No, facts, man. Because burnout is real. I definitely
Burnout is
think,
true.
yeah, you got to have like
Yeah.
ways to unplug
Yes.
to like reconnect to the source, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because trust me, it'll eat you up, and you'll be gassed out, and you'll just find out like your passion isn't your passion no more. It's just a job.
No, facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So no.
So we have a couple of fan questions that I want to get into.
I ain't even know I had fans.
You have so many fans. Okay, so first fan question: do you remember your first aha moment as an artist?
Yeah. So right before Bear, I was coming up with a different style or whatever, and I was just like, man, I just want to do something different. I want to change my name. I don't want to be Hot Markers no more. That sounds very childish. I want something professional, mean. So the name change came up. But then I was like, okay, I just can't change my name and do the same shit. So I just started drawing and just doing these weird, something that didn't match everything that I learned in school. I just took it out of my head, threw it away. I just want to start over, do something. And I did this crazy wolf, Little Red Riding Hood piece. And I was like, damn, this is ugly. And I went to go show one of my friends and mentors, Kate Charity. And she looked at it, she was like, it's cool. I don't really care for it. And I was like, damn. And then I showed like a couple other ones and they were just like, I mean, it's different. But then that's what I liked about it, because I was like, yo, they don't fuck with it. So if they don't like it, that might be my turn. So I just started doing these ugly pieces, and then it turned into cubism. I don't know how, it just naturally did it. And that was like my aha moment.
Wow.
Because I think after all the time that I spent doing marker work, I think that's when the eyes started really coming towards me, like, yo, this is different. And it took my price range from being, you know, really low to, hey, I'm gonna really spend a lot of money on this because this is different.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
that's dope.
that was like one of my aha moments for sure.
Another fan question: where is DIE now?
DIE transformed on some Optimus Prime shit, Megatron shit. We wanted more out of it. We didn't want to just focus on just the art community itself, but as a complete brand of where we wanted to take this. You know, if me and IB are thinking about long legacies, we want this to be exactly how our careers are independently. So we just took a step back just so we can look at it as a broader range. So we just want to be a regular t-shirt company, because you see how long those can last.
Right.
It's a lot of busy work. It's a lot of trying to stay updated. I didn't really have a lot of the skills on graphic design, so I put a lot of pressure on Isaac. Isaac didn't have a lot going on with the art community, so I put more pressure on the art community. And I'm like, bro, we just really overworking ourselves, and we just need to really just plan this out like we really want to, so we can execute the way we want to. So we took a step back, and then right now DIE is basically like the umbrella for a lot of our businesses.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so in the whole, it always will be DIE presents Tom Davie, Woot, or whatever's going forward.
Right.
So we just wanted to be more than just merchandise.
Right. So now it's like your umbrella corporation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very cool.
So still alive for sure.
Where is Chinese food, and how are you all doing as a group?
Man, we're still a strong group.
Okay.
We talk every day. Try to talk every day. But all of us are doing exactly what we said we wanted to do, and our whole business statement was, we all eat. It might be in different ways,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But we all, that was the only thing that we was worried about as artists. We wanted to make sure that whatever we did, we was making money for our family and being able to have our own success level. So we doing the same. Now we food, and we working on a lot of different things. We actually linking up sometime this week to discuss future goals, but we're all happy.
Okay, great.
And that's the good thing, because, you know, being an artist is hard. So it's always good to have a network of friends and comrades that are all doing great things.
For sure.
You know, they all doing their own level of things, and our network is so wide that, you know, we have no choice but to be successful.
Okay. Last fan question. Well, this is a good one. What is your dream project?
My dream project. Right now, my dream project is to bring an event home where it circles around art, where it focusing on coloring the city, and something that will connect with the youth, not only the ones that are like leaving the city for college or other opportunities, but the ones that's still in school who still trying to figure things out.
Right.
I don't want to say too much about it because I'm really truly working on it. But I just want to have like my own event. It could be like Davii Day. It could be like whatever you want to call it in my city where everyone comes out and have a good time. No violence, no BS. It's just this is for to give back to the city for us to just have a great time.
I love that. That's dope.
Yeah, I want a statue.
Look.
Yeah, I want like me drawing at a little table or so. A little turnabout around me or something with some water, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to get back to my city. I feel like my city did so much for me growing up. And for me to be the man that I am, it raised a good gentleman. And I want to be able to do the same for the ones coming up.
No, for sure. Yeah. Well, we're going to get you that statue.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm going to get that statue. I want on some Virgil shit. Like, I want to be that man. And when I get it, y'all gonna we gonna be there. We're gonna celebrate pops and bottles. It got to be a dope photo though, because that shit gonna be there forever. So.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Final question. This is something I ask all guests that I interview. Give me a question to ask the next person I interview.
I guess you could ask them, why do they still do it?
I like that.
Why? What's keeping you afloat to still do what you're doing?
Facts.
Why?
Okay.
Give me 3 reasons.
I love a why.
Yeah, give them 3 reasons, because then they got to really think about it, like, damn, 3? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for joining us today, for taking time out to speak about your art career, your journey, to really drop some beautiful gems.
Yeah.
There are definitely some things that I took from the interview that I will definitely incorporate into my journey. So yeah, where can the people find you if they want to connect, reach out, buy art?
Easy. Website, timedavii.com. That's the easiest place to catch me. I do not like DMs talking about business. Please go to my website or hit the link on my Instagram where you can schedule a consultation with me. We could talk. We can have a good conversation, you know. Most definitely a lot to come. I'm looking at Tom Davii as a brand now. So, I mean, it's always been a brand, but I just want to focus more on different items that I can be able to give the ones that truly love my work instead of just prints. Like, I want to branch out and do a lot more of that.
No, absolutely.
But yeah, to find me, my website, timedavii.com, Instagram, Tom Davii, Cash App, Tom Davii, Zelle, Tom Davii, everything. So
y'all make sure y'all support this wonderful artist.
Yes.
You can find me on my personal IG, Uncle Twirl, and at uncletwirl.com. And as always, remember, feel free to spill the tea, but don't be messy. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.